leading up to it. My wife was concerned, physically, like, she could, well, what she said to me was like, I know you're not going to ring the bell even when maybe you should, if for whatever reason. But I couldn't conceive of a reason why I would want to do that. And I said to her, well, there's only 3 possible outcomes. I'm either coming back a bitch, a beast, or in a body bag, and that's it.
Hey, what's up? I'm Steve Eckert, United States Marine and instructor of The Project. Welcome to The Project Show. This is a show for men in search of meaningful transformations in their family, fitness, finances, and faith. And they achieve this through struggle, sacrifice, and hardship with physical, mental, and emotional challenges so that they can become an even better husband, father, entrepreneur, leader, and just man in general. Today I have a guest, honor man of class 007, Ken Burke. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
It's going to be fun. Ken, how old are you?
57.
How old were you when you went through the project?
56.
56. Our oldest graduate ever. You old crusty bastards. I kept telling you through the whole project. I just kept telling you old crusty bastard. I remember
OCB.
I like that. It's like the old dirty bastard. You know who old dirty bastard is?
Yeah, I do.
You know who old dirty bastard is?
Wu-Tang?
Oh my God. How the hell do you know who the Wu-Tang is?
I might be 57, but I'm not.
You are the whitest guy I know though. How the hell do you know Wu-Tang?
Nothing to fuck with.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it. Fucking Burke. What a freak show. So you graduated class 007, the honor man. And before we even get started, tell me how long ago before the project started did you actually sign up?
I was in December. I think the first week of December is when I spoke to you on the phone.
And your class was when?
February. So it was right around almost 8 weeks to the day.
So about 2 months.
Yeah.
And before that, were you a marathon runner, college athlete? Were you a fitness freak in the gym all the time? Where were you at physically when it came to that?
Yeah, not really. Although, I've had times in my life, when, in college, after college, while I was working, that I would go to the gym. But I was definitely in that.
College? Are you talking about, did you go to college recently?
No, like 30 years ago.
So you're like Al Bundy talking about the 4 touchdowns at Polk High School.
Yeah, but so no, I wasn't really that active at that stage, and kind of came to the realization. So as you get older, it's like, what's the next 10 years going to look like? If I keep doing what I'm doing, physically, when you get older, it's like you spend a little bit more time on the couch, reading the paper, not physically active. So the whole journey kind of began when I wanted to make a change and change that up.
So you weren't in your physical prime, you wouldn't say.
No.
8 weeks. So within 8 weeks, you showed up and not just graduated, you were voted unanimously from all the other graduates and from the instructors as the honor man. Each class we have one graduate who's voted as the honor man, the top of the class, the top spot, the top dog, and that was Ken here. So what was it that helped? Because people think this is just a physical challenge, which it is. It's going to be the hardest physical challenge that the men out there have in their lives. But what was it that helped you prepare and actually graduate and even become the honor man? If you weren't this, because there were some beasts in there, some super athletes that were doing this with you.
Yeah.
What was the determining factor that helped you get to that stage?
Well, I got to say the workouts and getting prepared, and in the conversation that I had with you was, I was wondering whether or not I could get physically ready for it. So after I had signed up, I thought I'd try to figure that out later. But following,
Tell you what, after I hung up the phone, I was like, this dude's fucking done.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna make it 2 hours. He's fucked. I'll tell you anything to make you sign up. And after we hung up, I was like, this
as soon
guy's
as the
fucking
check
done.
clears, But then I had a follow-up conversation with you, and you said, listen, follow the program, and program meaning the Thursday night workouts, and then also what's on the fitness app, and go through that, which I did, and you'll be ready. And then, of course, I think the one good measure for the physical side of it is the PFT, and being able to accomplish that within the time restraints. And
so with the program that we put in place, those just only 8 weeks helped you physically prepare enough to be able to obviously thrive in the project without doing so much extensive work before that.
Right.
Because one thing that a lot of people out there don't know is that once you sign up for the project, your project experience starts from that moment. Whether it was like Ken for 8 weeks, or maybe you have 3 months into your class, your onboarding process starts right then. So say you're coming to a class 3 months from now, we want you to show up in 3 months a level or two above where you are right now. We put you on you have a daily fitness username and password, you have a fitness routine, fitness workout every single day for all those months leading up to your class. In addition, We have a live training session on Zoom. You're on camera, we're on camera. We're training you, coaching you, guiding you, doing an actual full hour-long workout and a short little meeting afterwards every single week for all those months leading up to your class. So that seems to help a lot with your preparation, even in only 8 weeks. Because really, 8 weeks is a pretty short amount of time for someone to get prepared. We get people signing up 4, 5, 6 months in advance sometimes, just to get physically prepared. And you're all that's did in 8 weeks.
Yeah, and I was, and that's what I was a little worried about. I was like, can I get ready?
So was I.
Yeah, I figured
so were our medics.
I figured you might be. So whether or not I could get prepared and be ready to handle it on the physical side of things.
If you don't know, we used to only have one medic. After you signed up, I contacted administration. I said, listen, we need a second medic. We had a medic there just watching your old ass the whole time.
Was he the guy that was following me the whole time through the thing?
With the one that had like attachments to you the whole time, checking your blood pressure, your heart rate, and your stool samples, and all that other shit. So good stuff. So just a little more on, at that point in life, you had a pretty successful business. You were rolling. You're married with kids and all that stuff. What was the real reason? Like, what was the thing that made you say, you know what, I need to do something? Because this is not a normal type program that a typical finance guy from upstate New York is going to say, you know what, I'm going to go dive in the mud with these guys. What was the breakthrough factor that you made you sign up? Yeah,
so there was, just as far as the family is concerned, a little bit of a trauma experience with my youngest son. Got into a bad car accident, and you just, like, when you have kids, as you know, I know you've got 2 kids, you kind of, if your kids are suffering, you feel it too. It's just one of those things about being a parent, so that experience just kind of caused me to stop a little bit and say, I think I got to make some changes. I want to set a better example for my family. So it was a combination of things. But sometimes you just need that, there's that one event that's the catalyst for the change. And I would say that for me, was the catalyst.
Like the wake-up call.
The wake-up call. And then also, again, as you get older, you look back on your life and how quickly it goes. And now all of my kids are grown. I've got 2 of them married. I've got 3 grandkids.
You have 3 grandkids? Did you have grandkids when you went through the project, or are they all since?
No, I had 2 since, but I had a granddaughter.
So you showed up to the project as a grandfather.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
old motherfucker.
Exactly. But I thought, I think when I spoke to you in the interview, I said, I want to be able to run a marathon with my granddaughter when she gets old enough, and to be physically fit. Like, why do I got to resign myself to old age, to the recliner, to a life of being inactive? Being 30
Sadly,
pounds.
that's the majority of the men. That's what they do.
I
had a guy on the phone the other day, 42 years old. He asked, what's the age limit for the project, because he's getting pretty old. And he's 42 years old. He's younger than I am, and our instructor Ray is 49 or 50. Right. You're damn near 60, and this guy was 42. Already thinking about checking out of life, thinking about it at 2 years old. It's crazy.
Well, it's easy to slip into that, but there was just something about my mindset where I wanted to go against the tide, do something different. And so the project it showed up. I had read a book. I read Bedros's book and a couple other books just about pushing yourself physically. And then I saw the video about the project, and I was like, man, that's exactly what I'm looking for, because I wanted that next physical challenge, to push myself. And so I was thinking about doing a marathon.
And you were obliged with that physical challenge, I think, right?
Oh yeah. You guys.
I don't think you could see on camera, but if you could see his knees, I don't think he could stand up and screw up the whole camera. But his knees, show you those knees to the camera if you can. I don't know if you could see those. Those knees didn't look like that before.
No.
They are completely scarred, about 8 inches, and even your elbows too.
Yep, elbows are still
covered up, but complete. Those are just badges of honor.
Yep.
Nice. Good stuff. Those get me excited for tomorrow. He had scabs and bruises like I've never even seen before. It looked like he had a built-in like Ninja Turtle knee pad on his fucking knees and his elbows. I don't know, like you were going to a roller derby.
They looked
and it was
like
just
freaking
scabs.
mushrooms. I mean, it was just incredible.
Crazy. And you were still just crawling with a smile on your face, which is why you're just a sick bastard and why you ended up being an honor man. It doesn't take to be a physical specimen. It takes not being a little bitch and not being a quitter and having a reason why. Having a granddaughter, you don't want to be like the rest of the fat motherfuckers out there,
right, exactly,
sitting on the couch and don't even know their granddaughter and have no energy to even do shit with them. You want to run a fucking marathon with her.
Hell yeah.
That's some awesome stuff. That'll make scabs be nothing. You will smile at scabs. Fuck them.
Yeah, I don't want them to go away. I mean, it's a reminder.
They're not. They're not going anywhere. They'll be with you for the rest of your life. Don't you worry. All right, let's jump into the experience itself. Talking about some of the fun stuff that happened. What are some of the worst memory you have? Like the thing that you just fucking hate that you went through during the project. You just did not enjoy at all.
Well, it would have to be, I think the revisits to the pit. Because the knees and everything else with the elbows, that came the first day, Tuesday night. And so it was just having to grind it out again after that, after my knees are all scraped up and I'm all scraped, elbows all scraped up. So going back to the pit repeatedly and having to deal with that. But
you guys don't know, when I ask this question afterwards, I take notes on the side to see what people like the least so I can make sure I implement more of that. So the gentleman tomorrow could thank Old Soul Crusty Bastard for what's coming your way, suckers.
Yeah. So I'd have to say that was definitely part of it. Awesome. Having to go back to the pit.
So what was it? I think we already pretty much went over the answer, but maybe there's a little more to it. When shit did get hard and you're going back doing something that you didn't want to do again because you're fucking suffering already. What was it that made you not get up and say, you know what, fuck this, I have a good enough life in New York, I'm just going to go ring the bell and I'm out of here. You fuck you, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
What made you not do that?
Good question, because I thought about that a lot before going. Like, do I have the mental toughness to get to the end? And a couple things I think influenced that. So the night before I flew out to California to come here for the project, I was, so saying goodbye to my daughter, my brother, my son-in-law. And my son-in-law looks at me and he goes, whatever you do, don't ring the bell. And I was like, right on. So I didn't want to return home.
Imagine that conversation, right? Coming back.
Yeah, a quitter. And I said to my wife, leading up to it, my wife was concerned, physically, like, she could, well, what she said to me was like, I know you're not going to ring the bell even when maybe you should. If for whatever reason. But I couldn't conceive of a reason why I would want to do that. And I said to her, well, there's only 3 possible outcomes. I'm either coming back a bitch, a beast, or in a body bag. And that's it.
The 3 Bs. I fucking love it. We're going to put that on a t-shirt. We're going to trademark that shit. That's going to be the next project t-shirt. I love it.
It really wasn't, again, it was, there were aspects of it certainly where it's like, it's tough and you grind it out. But what, B would say is just stick with one evolution at a time. Just finish the evolution. Don't be thinking about Friday. Don't be thinking about the end. Be in the moment, and that was really the way to get through it.
And enjoy the fucking ride. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be there. Like,
right.
Enjoy the ride. Enjoy every fucking moment of it. Like,
right.
That's the perspective you have to have. It makes it easy. It makes it fun.
It makes it fun. Yeah.
Speaking of fun, what was something that you just look back on and you're like, I'd do it all over again just for that. What was some of those top moments of yours be?
I mean, I gotta believe everything associated, Steve, with when we would be trying to do something, and exercise our leadership skills, and you find out like we're not doing it, and then you end up riding us pretty hard for for screwing something up. As I look back on that stuff, I'm like, man, those were some of the best moments, when you're just hammering us hard about being a team and being a leader. And so, like, to say that I would definitely go back and do it all over again. There's no question. I mean, I look back at the whole event, and I would say to a person in our class, they'd all say the same thing. Yeah, if I could go back, I would go back in a heartbeat, because the experience was so awesome to do it. And I guess you could say, yeah, it was fun. There were aspects of it that were fun. But it's more like that whole process of what we're doing, you freaking out and hammering us, for
not me,
for doing something stupid, which we did quite a few.
Your class, I didn't need in the military. Sometimes that like the drill instructors, they're like making shit up. They'll throw something on the ground to say who put it there, just because your group, we didn't need to. You guys were all fucked, all kinds of fucked up and sideways. So there was nothing. You guys gave so much material and content. I remember that. Yeah, we had some fun, some good times.
It was good. Yeah, no doubt.
Awesome. So what was it once you graduated? What are some of the effects now? So how long has it been since you graduated?
February. So 7 months or so.
Good, yeah, getting up there close
Almost.
to a year.
Yeah.
What are some of the now effects that you've actually implemented in your life? Some of the impact that the project, graduating the project, the whole experience has now had in your life 7 months later. When you look back in these 7 months, what are some of the tangible results and impact you could see?
I'd say one of the main things certainly is just on the fitness side of things. You know, our community and the brotherhood is so focused on physical fitness, mental fitness. That's been a big thing. So my training has, I'd say, just really continued and intensified since the project, which has been awesome. But when you leave the project, this sense of confidence is, which our term for that would be faith. You know, one of the F-bombs. Like it's through the roof, because you know, I feel like no matter what you're confronted with in life, whether it's on the personal side or in business, I can pick up the phone. I can call one of 60 guys, whatever, you know, of our group, and get help, get some counsel from people, you know, that understand me, and are freaking savages, basically.
So you've been connected to the Brotherhood. How about your class itself? Do you guys stay pretty connected?
Yeah, we continue to stay connected. You know, we use social media as a part of that, and it's great. There's just this, there's a connection that's hard to explain. I mean, you talk about that, I think, in the recruiting process about this brotherhood that gets created, and it's true.
And it's hard to explain, because even the graduation, the experience, it's really hard to explain to someone on the phone what you have to experience it, you have to feel it,
Yeah.
and you're a living example of that now, 7 months later, how much it's impacted your life.
Right, and you know, the people that you meet, other graduates, there's just this immediate connection and a vulnerability.
So have you connected to other graduates from other classes, not just from your class?
Yeah, definitely. And you know, the ability, the brotherhood, you know, they know things about me that even my closest friends back home don't know. You know, so you have this opportunity.
I don't even want to know something. I don't even want to see your Google search history. I could just imagine what's on that shit.
No, I'll send you that. I'll send you some photos too, Steve, if you want them. But yeah, there's just, you know, you get this connection with people, and it gives you the opportunity to kind of share at a much different level. You know, instead of the superficial bullshit that everybody talks about, like, look, as dudes, we've got struggles. You know, as a father, as a business owner, you know, as a husband. There's stuff, you know, that comes up in life, and if you don't deal with it, it accumulates.
So what would you say to someone in your position? You're 50-something years old, you're ready to start calling it a life, start just giving into it. What would you give to someone that's in that position you were in, where life is good enough, you're making good enough money, you can just ride it out? What would you say to someone that's in that position that's considering possibly joining the project?
You absolutely have to do it. If you had that, you know, I guess that urge or that thought that, yeah, maybe I'd like to try that, I would say just give into that and freaking sign up, because the benefits after of going through the project and then everything since, it's been invaluable, I guess. It's been life-changing, there's no question. It's a major transformation, and you know,
a rebirth, almost a rebirth.
It really is, you know. So I'd really want, I want other men to experience what I've experienced, I guess, in a simple way. Again, just a tremendous experience. It's been awesome.
Good stuff. So you're here now volunteering a week away from your family, a week away from your business, from your grandchildren, just to come. Like, why are you giving a week of your time away just to come here and hang out with a bunch of knuckleheads for this, you know, this next class? You're coming to help out as a junior instructor.
Yeah,
it's a big commitment, and it's, you know, thanks for coming out here. We appreciate it. But what's that? How are you able to do that even? Yeah,
well, I would have to say a couple things, you know, that have helped since the project as it relates to the business. You know, in terms of becoming a better leader and empowering people to take over, if you will. So I don't feel like leaving the office that I've got to be checking in every day. We've got people there, they know what they should be doing, and they do it.
And that's what it's all about. So you're able to step away for a week, and it's not, you don't have to babysit it, you don't have to stress it, you're not thinking that shit's going to go downhill while you're gone. That's awesome. The place will be running. Maybe it runs better while I'm not there. But, you know, when the opportunity came up to come out here, I couldn't say no to it. You know, wanted to be, love staying connected with the project, everything about it. And so it was an easy decision to say, yeah, I'm definitely doing it. I said to my business partner, I'm like,
I don't know what it is about the project, but I love everything about it. You know, even though there's pain and suffering, but that's the metaphor for life. You know,
it goes back to the old tribal days. Men need to be around other men. They just need, and men don't have that circle of men, of just hungry, successful, motivated, kick-ass, just men of fire to be around. They don't have that. It's lacking. That's why men have gone soft and weak, and you see the craziness going on in the world.
Yeah.
You just need to be around that as often as possible.
And also, you know, I don't know if the idea is like life is supposed to be easy. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
You know, you got to embrace the adversity. You got to look for adversity. And
not just embrace it, search for it. I like it.
Yes, search for it, because that's what life is, you know. And this whole notion, I mean, that was a big mindset change for me. You know, we're always seeking like something easy, you know, the easy path. And I guess it took me till 56, I think, truly to decide to take that harder path. But what you guys promise with the project is that it will transform you from a bitch to a beast in a positive way, and it's true.
It's done that with you,
Yeah.
fucking old ass beast.
Hell yeah.
So now for this class tomorrow, these gentlemen that are going to be joining us here tomorrow, what are a few tips you'd have for them to make it through this process, the way they need to approach it, attack it, but the same tips probably can apply just to men in general to make it through their fucked up day and their fucked up lives.
Yeah.
What would be some of those tips you'd give them?
Well, it's certainly, you know, rely on your team, right? So I had a bunch of guys on my team that were, one, they were looking out for me, but also be willing to be vulnerable, accept the help, you know, from them. So rely on your team. You're definitely stronger with the brothers that are around you, and that's, I think, what got me through to the end. You know, if I think about it like in a solo way, if it was just about one person getting to Friday, I don't think I would have made it. I don't think I would have made it without my other brothers, you know, in the class. And then focus on the moment. Stay focused on that evolution. Whatever you're doing, that's it. Just get through that evolution. Fuck Friday, don't even think about it. Just get through the next 30 minutes or the next hour. And that's what kind of pulls you through.
Even in life too, right? That could be applied to life. Focus on the task you're working on right now, the day that you're on right now. Stop stressing about what might happen tomorrow, what might happen Friday. In just general, in real life, that's, boom, right there is the secret to life right there almost.
Right, and then don't, you know, just have it make up in your mind, because I think I came into the project with this idea. It's like I'm just not quitting. Not going to quit. It's just not an option for me. So whatever comes is going to come, and I'll deal with it, but it's just never an option.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for joining us again on the
thanks,
show.
Steve.
This is Ken Burke, the honor man of class 007. I want you, if you're a future project candidate or you're considering joining the project one time, I want you to take a good, hard look at this man and think, if this old crusty bastard can do this and make this happen, not just do it, but fucking kill it and be the honor man, what's your excuse? What's stopping you? Quit bullshitting, stop being a little bitch, stop being a quitter again and again in life, and start making shit happen. Takes some freaking action. So that wraps up another show of the Project Show. Thanks again to Ken Burke, the honor man of 007, for joining us on this episode. If you got any wisdom out of this, he's got more wisdom than Moses. He was around when Moses here. His phone number was 7 when he first got his first phone. That's how old he is. So there's tons of wisdom and gems you can get out of this show. So if, just like, comment, share this with someone that you know could use some of this in their own lives, because the project is a metaphor for life, and all these lessons that we talk about can be applied every single day in life. I will talk to you next time. You are fucking awesome. No excuses.